Hi everyone, this is Marlon. Today I want to discuss how to come up with an SEO strategy for your appliance repair company. I'm going to try my best to simplify the process for you since SEO is such a technical area of online marketing. So let's get into it. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is build out your website for SEO. So your website's pretty much your foundation. That's where everything goes, right? So if you get paid advertising, it's going to your website. If you're getting leads from social media, it comes to your website. If you're doing offline marketing like newspapers, radio, you should all send it in to a website. So the typical appliance repair website is 3 to 5 pages. That's it. And some of you may be thinking, yeah, what's wrong with 3 to 5 pages? Some of you may even have 1 pages. If you want to rank for multiple appliance repair keywords, you need a lot more than 3 to 5 pages. There are probably about close to 1,000, maybe even more, appliance repair type keywords. So that's why we need multiple pages. So how do you do that? You want to start building out pages for each of the services that you offer, all right? And then you want to build out pages for your service area. So for all the surrounding cities within your service area, you should also have pages for that. So here are a list of some of the top appliance repair keywords. On the left-hand side, you'll see the keywords, and the number in the middle here is the monthly search volume. All right, so this is nationwide, so it's telling us that 135,000 searches are done for the word appliance repair. And then the next column over where you see I have your city plus. What that is, it represents wherever city you are in. So let's say you live in Service Houston. You want to optimize your site for Houston appliance repair. The next one down would be Houston Maytag washing machine repair, so on and so forth. So the typical appliance repair site will have a home page, about us page, a service page where they list all their services there, coupons if they offer that, and then the contact us page. So let's take a look now at what an SEO built out appliance repair site would look at. So we have, in the main navigation there, we still have the typical pages, but then we're going to have pages for the different services. So this says city refrigerator repair. Just replace city with whatever city you're on. So if you live in or service San Diego, this would be San Diego refrigerator repair, San Diego stove repair, San Diego dryer repair. All right, and then for the sub pages, where it says sub city, you would replace that with one of the surrounding areas. All right, and usually you're going after the main keyword, which is appliance repair for the surrounding cities. So you want to create pages going after the surrounding city, the name of the surrounding city, plus the word appliance repair. And here's an example of a website that built out different pages for the different services. All right, so one page for ice maker, one for stove, one for microwave repair, and one for washer repair. You don't have to make your site look like this. The idea is just to have a different page for each of your different services. And here's an example of a Houston site that built out city pages for all the surrounding cities. So this is probably the entire county here. And you see the name, it's hyperlinked or it's linked to a specific city page or surrounding city page. So if you look at that, let me actually go back to this slide here for a minute. If you look at that, building out all the surrounding cities and all the services, you'll see that you have a lot more than just that 3 to 5 page range. And then from there, once you have that done, the next strategy is to start doing monthly blog posts. And that's how we'll get over to 100 plus pages on your website. So once you have all the pages built, and the website, SEO ready, the next thing you want to look at is conversion, right? So conversion is the process of once the leads or once the consumers actually get to your website, how do you convert those into customers, or how do you get them to call? It's not uncommon for a lot of websites, the way they're set up, for the consumer to come and they get confused. They don't know what to do, and then they just leave, right? The purpose of your website is to get you customers. Your website should be thought of as an employee that works for you 24/7. All right. If it's done the right way, that's exactly what it would do. It should bring you a return on investment. A lot of appliance repair companies, they're paying each month to host their website. They're paying yearly for the website domain name. And if they're doing any type of SEO or marketing for that website, they're paying monthly for that, but yet they're not seeing a return on that investment. When done correctly, your website should give you a return on investment. All right, so here are some elements that you should consider, right? You want to have the phone number in the upper right-hand corner of your website. Why do you want to do that? Because there's studies done on this, that when a consumer comes to a website, the first place that their eyes go to is that upper right-hand corner. And when their refrigerator is broken or any of their appliances, what are they looking to do? They're really trying to call. Most consumers are not trying to go to a website and read every single page on the website before calling. It's not one of those industries. Instead, they're looking to call. So make that phone number prominent in the upper right-hand corner. The next thing is you want to have a clear call to action. All right. And what a call to action is you want to tell the consumer what to do. Is it that you want them to fill out the form? Is it that you want them to call your business, which is probably the number one call to action for an appliance repair company? You want the consumer to call. You really don't want them reading all the pages on your website. You want them to pick up the phone, call, and schedule the appointment. You also want to have a web form on each page of your website. All right. Why do you want to have a web form? A web form is an alternate way for the consumer to contact you, right? Not all of them are able to pick up the phone and call, especially during the week. If they're working a 9-to-5 job, some of them are not able to speak on the phone. So giving them the web form now gives them an alternative to contact your appliance repair company, right? You want to pull them deeper into your site with additional content that will help them choose. So for some consumers, some need a little bit more massaging because they're a little bit skeptical. That's where your about page comes in. All right, that's where your coupons or special offers come in if you're doing that. And then you could even do some before or after if you have those type of situations. You want to tell them why they need to choose you over your competition. And something you should think about is adding personality to your website. And what do I mean by that? I mean having a video on your website or some type of recording from the owner, and having pictures instead of stock images or stock photos that most appliance repair websites have. Have pictures of your company. If you have a physical location, you could take pictures of the location. If you don't have a location, though, you probably have a service vehicle. So have a picture of the service vehicle, have a picture of your team or your technicians. All those things make your site or your company look more authentic. Other things you want to have in your website that will help with the conversion is reviews from your existing customers. If you have any, if you're signed up with any association like the Better Business Bureau, you could have on it. If you're part of any appliance repair associations, you can have that on it as well. And you definitely want to consider video. Video is becoming more and more important. Consumers love video, and it's a way to definitely get people to stay on your site, and it's a way for you to convert them into being a customer. And the last conversion tip that I want to leave you with is to make sure your site is mobile friendly. If you don't have a mobile friendly website or mobile ready website, that's one of the things you probably want to work on today. More and more consumers are using their phone than their computer. So it's very important. If you don't have a mobile friendly site, you're probably losing consumers today, because there's a high chance, a high percentage that most of the consumers that are coming to your website right now are doing it with their mobile device. And if it doesn't show correctly, they immediately hit that back button and go to a consumer that does have a mobile friendly site. So here's an example of having the web form. Notice that here it has appliance broken, right? So we're talking about the problem. Request service now, right? We're talking about what they want. That's what they have in mind. They want an appliance repair now, not next week. All right. And then here we have free estimate repair, right? That helps a lot with conversion. We're giving them the opening hours, and then there's the button there that says make an appointment. That's exactly what's in the consumer's mind. Here's an example of having the phone number in the upper right hand corner. This is pretty much the bottom of the website, having all your contact information there. If you have a location that consumers can visit, you want to have the address there, have all your social media icons in the bottom there, and of course your hours and days of operation. Here's an example of having a contact us image. You could have that on every single page, because if it's one of the consumers that want to read information on your page, once they have gotten the information that they need, you want to make it easy for them to find that contact information to reach out to you. And then if you do have monthly coupons, or you do offer coupons for your appliance repair service, that's something you also want to have on all pages. And then, as we discussed, have that website mobile friendly. If you're not sure if your website's mobile friendly, go ahead and pull it up right now on your mobile device, on your mobile phone specifically, and see if it displays correctly. Pretend that you're a consumer trying to get in touch with you. Is there a tap to call button on your mobile site? All right. Is it easily for them to tell what you do and the different services that you offer? Go ahead and check it out right now. Or as soon as you're done with this video, that's something you definitely want to take a look at. So building out your website by creating separate pages for each of your services and all the cities within your service area will make your site rank for hundreds of different keyword combinations. Optimizing your website is how you tell Google you want your site to show up for certain keywords. And if you do this well, Google will reward you with valuable traffic or customers to your website. So let's talk about now how to optimize those pages to get the consumers to find your website. You want to optimize the title of your website. You want to have an H1 tag that has your main keyword. You want to put your keyword in the different images on your website, and then you want to have regular content or blog content on your website. You want to have a page with the URL, or your URL should contain your keyword. An example of that is mysite.com/Houston refrigerator repair. All right, notice it just didn't have refrigerator or refrigerator repair. We have the city in there as well. You want to have anchor text to all these different pages in the footer. And you want to submit your website to not just Google, but also to Bing Webmaster Tools. Now let me show you some examples of that. So this was a search that I did in Houston. And what I find with a lot of appliance repair websites is that they don't optimize the title. Now what you're seeing here in blue, these are all titles, but I want to draw your attention to these two that the arrows are pointing at. Notice they don't have a keyword, right? And you want to have at least your main keyword there. So that should have Appliance Repair Houston or Houston Appliance Repair in the title. That's not what they have here. So it's not uncommon to see these type of mistakes with the SEO title. Here's an example. Right above the image, you'll see the main keyword, Appliance Repair Houston, Texas. That's an example of this person using the H1 tag on their website. So now let's talk about building links to your website and making your site an authority. All right, so getting links to your website is how you're going to get ranked on the first page, which is ultimately what you want, right? You got the SEO. Think of SEO in two different steps. You have the on-page SEO, which is creating that website, getting it optimized there with the right keyword placement on the website. And then you have off-page SEO, which is getting these links to your website. So once the pages are built and optimized, it's the links that are going to determine whether you get to page one or what page you actually rank on. So more than 70% of the battle is getting links to your website. Now, he who has the most quality links win. A few years ago, it used to be who had the most links win. But Google is trying to crack down on spam or from the wrong websites being on the first page, because it's very important that the end user or the consumer finds what they're looking for. So Google is now mostly focused on quality of links versus quantity of links. So here's an example, or let's talk about a visual example here of some links that you could get. So the first one would be directory type sites. All right, Yellow Pages and Yelp are two that come to mind. You can create a profile on these sites, and within that profile, you're able to put your website, the link to your website there. So you get a link there from Yelp and Yellow Pages. Two great links to have. Those aren't the only two. There's several other online directories that you could use. There's online article sites if you want to write articles and publish them online to those will give you links back to your website. You can do press releases. Those will give you links back to your website. Social media sites or social networking sites. If you set up a Facebook page, you are able to put a link back to your website. Same with Twitter, same with YouTube. And then ongoing strategies to do monthly blog posts and promote that content online to get links back. And then there's related sites in your industry. And what I mean by related sites would be setting up with like the Better Business Bureau. That will give you a link back. Setting up a profile with one of the appliance repair associations. That will also get you a link back. Now, everything we just discovered are high quality, high authority websites that are linking back to you. And that's a great starting point for backlinks. Now let's talk about a ninja link building strategy, because if you're watching this video, you may be a little bit more advanced. So you have a lot of the other stuff already done, such as your on-page SEO, the website's built out, and you're more so focused on getting backlinks. So one thing with SEO, it's very transparent. So you can use tools to do competition link acquisition. Now, whenever you hire an SEO company, or at least a good one, what they're going to do is go to the first page of Google, and they're going to find the websites that are ranking on the first page, and they're going to analyze the backlinks of those websites. So you could actually just, Google appliance repair plus whatever city you're in, and you could see who's number one. Take that, plug it into one of these tools, and it will tell you all the links that that particular website has. So why is that important? Because you can now attempt to get some of those links. So a site that's on page one means Google liked them for a reason. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the links that these guys have and see if we can get them so Google can like us the same way they like them. Now, you won't be able to get all the links, but at least you can see what someone that has successfully got onto page one, what type of links they have. And a source that you can use to analyze those links is called majesticseo.com. It's a paid service, but it's they do a lot of the heavy lifting to find out what links these websites have. All right. The only way to get your site to rank above your competition is having more quality inbound links to your website. The next thing you want to do is consistently create fresh content. And consistently is probably, I'd say, at least once a month, right? As an appliance repair company owner or technician, you know so much more about appliance repair than consumers. And you can use that knowledge to create content. So you could write things about, what are the possible causes for a refrigerator to stop cooling, right? How to balance a washing machine, right? Those are just examples of articles and videos that you could actually create, and then you can post and syndicate that content online as a way to get back links. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you guys, and we should have went over this earlier, but not a big deal, is if you haven't done this recently, go to Google and type in appliance repair plus whatever city you're in. So if you service Los Angeles, do appliance repair Los Angeles and see where your website ranks. Okay, is it on page 1? Is it on page 10? Is it on page 20? Or is it just nowhere to be found? All right, and do that also for refrigerator repair. And that will give you a good idea of where you are and what needs to be done to get you closer, if not onto page 1. All right, so we're at the end of the video here. I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate you taking your time out. I know as a appliance repair company owner or technician, you are busy. So I want to offer you this free report that will go in more detail about what your overall online marketing strategy should be for an appliance repair company. And this report is how to get more appliance repair companies from the internet without having to spend a fortune on advertising. To get it, just simply go to the website below, appliancerepairmarketingsecrets.com/free, and enter your name and email address there, and we'll get that report over to you, and it will go into a lot more detail than what we were able to do on this video today about not just SEO or websites, but we're going to talk about SEO, Google Maps, understanding the search engines, social media, reviews, all these things that are really important in today's marketplace. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. My name is Marlon, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.